Good morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Hey, welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning.
Good morning, Moore County. Up and at 'em. Daylight's wasting. Sunrise is gone. Let's go.
Don't forget, of course, this program being seen around the world on a live video stream. That's available right now at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where that link is located. If you're on a mobile device, YouTube will do the work for you. Just put Mornings with the Leader Man into your search. Leader Man, all one word, is spelled like it sounds. If you're on your mobile device listening just to our audio stream, well, that's available with many streaming apps such as TuneIn, iTunes, Streamer, all free and available at your app store. Just put WEEB into the search. And as always, that stream's available from our website. Upper right-hand corner of every page at talk973.com has an icon that says on the air, listen live. Tap it once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. Look for partly cloudy. 86 for a high, but at least the dew points will be in check so it won't feel unbearable. Tonight, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, a low of 66. Tomorrow, we got to worry about some showers throughout the day, up to a quarter of an inch possible. Be mostly cloudy, on and off showers, 75 for a high. Most of this will lift to the west and north of us, but doesn't mean we won't get wet. Then for Friday night, more of the same, but they'll start tapering off. Saturday for Spring Fest, everything's pretty good shape. Mostly sunny with a high of 74. And Sunday, partly cloudy and 79. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are southwest at 8, visibility 10 statute miles, pressure is 2991, dew point 55, humidity 76%, sunny and 63 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM and 104.1 FM and 990 AM WEEB. Seems just to show you the snarkiness and the density of the pathetic pilot. You know, in the right editorials, I've told them numerous times that it's 3 radio stations broadcasting the same signal, not one. And they continue to want to just say WEB AM, trying to put it down instead of doing, you know, we have a name. And you hear me say it every time I click this mic on. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
Well, they feel superior. They have such a massive circulation. So,
yeah, they got to force a circulation on you to get any. They haven't made a penny in years and years and years. The only thing that's keeping them afloat is the phone book, which is dying on the vine by itself now that people... Who uses a phone book?
Oh,
when was the last time you picked one up?
I throw it in the
usually hear to prop up these this little control board behind me.
I don't even keep it that long.
Because the thickness worked out. And they put in big print just so it's thicker looking than it would be otherwise. And then, well, they sell advertising in there, obviously, and that's what's been propping them up. But as more and more people quit, you know, Google's become so refined, who needs the phone book? And so, and people also are using just cell phones now, which is not in the phone book.
Well, it's like we're finding out. You know, you can find accurate information, you can find facts elsewhere because they aren't printing them. John Zumwalt stole a march on them, and they look stupid, and now instead of embracing what's there, they have to push back and look even more stupid than they are.
Yeah, they still haven't done any, quote, investigative work, like John pointed out. He got all the documents through the FOIA request, and they come in Johnny come lately and go, oh, we've examined the documents, and we agree with Bob Grimacy. Yeah, you got the tail wagging your ass now, too.
Well,
and then you have, what else was it? God, doggone it, Jeff, I hate it when I do this. Oh, yeah. If they really want to do investigative work, they do what we're getting ready to do and get a copy of all the school bids for all the schools. And we're going to show you how insanely close they are to each other. which suggests, can't prove it, maybe the SBI can, but it suggests collusion. Where these guys are sitting down and doling out the work to each other.
Yep.
It was done in Raleigh with the paving companies who put 8 people in jail ultimately. And here, when all the bids on a $30 million building come within $2,000 of each other, something is extraordinarily suspicious.
Yeah. Well,
but you think the pilot can see that? No, they're too shallow to think that.
In military parlance, they're too busy navel gazing to really open up their eyes and see what's going on around.
Exactly. And so we'll keep digging and getting the truth about this because there's a lot more to this than we've gotten to so far. And we will get all of it. And this isn't some stupid conspiracy theory. They want to lay it to rest and try to poo-poo it down, the school board, based on Grimacey and John Barraff's statements.
Right. Well, and
they're putting all their eggs in that basket.
Well, and as you've heard here, folks, that John has put in a FOIA for these documents, et cetera. We'll see how long they take. We'll see how many they actually produce versus how many are actually there. And, we'll see who gets involved in trying to obscure the facts and things like that. But it's not going to work for too long.
We asked Barath for tons of information. He kept saying, oh, yeah, we're going to get it. Never got it. It's only when the school board asked for it that it got produced finally. Right. And here again, the bottom line is this. Here's one of the bottom lines, excluding the collusion and all that. Clancy and Thays put up a bid with a bid bond. Bid bond is like an insurance policy. If they default on their bid or don't follow the statutes, they forfeit the bid bond and the insurance company pays off. Right. Much like they do in a car wreck. You have a car wreck, the insurance company pays off. So these are bonding insurance companies that back up their clients, and the clients pay money for it. So here they put in their bid, and the statute says, we happen to look it up, unlike the pilot. I noticed the pilot didn't bother to look it up for their editorial.
Here's a clue. It's online.
Yeah. The law says that a bid to be withdrawn must be done within the first 72 hours of submitting the bid. And only then it can be withdrawn if there's a mathematical error, innocent mathematical error. So they're trying to show the innocent mathematical error. The problem is they're 12 days late. Instead of doing it in the first 72 hours until we got involved, then the mathematical error suddenly appears, and they're trying to backtrack and save their $1.5 million. Where that's our money, the county's money, and that's what we're fighting for, that we're entitled to it. And then everybody says, oh, we'll have to go to court and fight. It'll be a long, drawn. This is the pilot and the school board talking, long, drawn out. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to spend one copper penny. All you do is call the insurance commissioner and say, hey, we put in a request to be paid on that bid.
Where is it?
And they're not paying. Why not? You put the complaint in, the state beats them up. They're going to tell them either you're going to pay on your insurance policy or you're not going to be doing business in North Carolina. And they got a lot more leverage. But they'll go do the fight for you. You don't have to spend county money on it. But the county wants you to believe otherwise, that this is a much better solution where we're not putting forth county money that we may or may not get back. We don't have to put forth a dime. Yeah. You take it to the insurance commissioner and say, do your job and find out why we can't get our bid money. They didn't follow the statutes. It's pretty cut and dry, plain and simple. What can he say?
No.
What can he possibly say?
Nothing, because...
Oh, they made an honest error? Well, yeah. Well, they didn't do it within the 72 hours as required by the statutes.
It's black and white.
Yeah. So that's the pathetic pilot trying to sound like they got a brain in them, which they don't. So they fell at as a newspaper because they can't make a go of it. They have to start other entities to prop themselves up. Pine Straw and other little publications like that, but those two will dwindle over time. A lot of people like the Pine Straw and whatnot, but
actually, when I go
the
out,
ads are way overpriced.
they're usually stacked in the way somewhere, and I end up shoving them. Out of my
People
way.
get them as a coffee table thing.
The only reason anybody would read the pilot would be out of idle curiosity. There's nothing there, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I say to you, name me one ad you read in the pilot last week. Can you do it? No. Well, how good did it do that client to buy advertising in the not ever seen pilot? Okay. Oh, one other thing we talked about yesterday was that subdivision there in Aberdeen near the Pinehurst County line. I mean Pinehurst city limits or town limits.
Village. It's a village.
Excuse me, the village. And how the village opposed that subdivision, and the planning board at Aberdeen also opposed it. Okay, well, I have not studied it very hard. I just saw a brief map online, and I didn't get into that part of it. My point is that, everybody wants to go, ha ha, we stopped that subdivision.
Yeah.
We showed them. Well, let me put it to you with a different light. 2,000 people will move to Moore County every year. There's the fact. They are going to move somewhere in this county. There's another fact. And the question is, if you have a quality, I don't know whether this meets that definition. I'm not endorsing this project. But if the project is a quality project that adds value to the land around it by doing it, and it's an asset to the community, then you want it. Because these newcomers coming to our county, just because you cut off one valve does not mean they're not coming. Right. They're still coming. So it will be traffic somewhere else in this county instead of at that point. So you need to look at it real hard, but you got to also say, suppose that's your land. Don't you have a right to develop it? Don't you have a right to derive income from it? That's why you bought it. It's just like when you buy a house, you expect appreciation. What if somebody came along and said, no, you can't have any appreciation. We're going to suck all that away with taxes. Yeah, we show you.
Right.
And that's what you're trying to do with this development. It needs a fair look and ask the questions. Is it an asset to the community or not? If it's not, then you don't want it. So, like I said, I haven't taken a hard look at it, so I can't tell you either way. I'm just saying the people who would live there are still coming. And you don't have to worry about 400 people moving in there at one time because no project can absorb that many. It probably take 10 years.
Yeah,
maybe 15.
Be in phases. Right.
To get it all done. So it's not an overnight thing.
Yeah, maybe they'll actually fix Route 5 by then.
Yeah, well, in front of their property, they'll be required to put the deceleration lane in and all that and widen it for the traffic so that they put less strain on the actual to and fro traffic on US 5. As we all know, 5 needs widening bad. And there's only so much development that can go on 5 because of the train tracks.
Right.
A lot of the houses can't be but just so close to train tracks and still be able to get a mortgage on it from FHA and Fannie Mae. I think it's 200 feet. I'm not sure. It may have changed by then, but
no, there's a couple of houses closer than that to the train track.
Like I said, they may not have an FHA mortgage on it. It might be a VA mortgage or something. But anyway, if you build the FHA standards, then you know that people will be able to get mortgages.
Yeah.
So that's the point. So bear that in mind. It's like I said yesterday, be careful what you wish for because they're already zoned for something.
Right.
And they can just start hauling in double wides to come on the foundation and then what do you have? You definitely don't have a quality subdivision, but they're zoned for it already. So they might say, okay, let me get some income out of this property by leasing out some crappy old double wides and put them in there.
Yep.
All right, it is 7:47. I think we fixed the world for the day, haven't we?
Well, it's just going to continue. It'll be a never-ending process.
Did you know it's Take Your Daughter and Son to Work Day?
Okay.
The place where you normally go to get away from them so you don't have to be a responsible parent? Well, good luck with that, is all I can say.
It's Take Your Daughters and Sons to Work Day. The place you normally go to get away from them so you don't have to be a responsible parent. Good luck with that.
I read the copy for him. Here's one I didn't read the copy for him.
Happy Take Your Daughters and Sons to Work Day, where you can teach them the nuances of mindless web browsing and talking trash behind your coworkers' backs.
Okay. There's been speculation of Britney Spears' mental health, about her mental health lately. Here's the audio from her last post online. You decide for yourself here.
Now, Inside Edition.
After weeks of rumors suggesting Britney Spears checked into a mental health facility, the singer now reassuring fans that she is A-OK.
I'm such a freak. I love with my girlfriends, just like anybody else.
All right, that made me feel worse, to be honest. She goes on and on and on.
It's amazing, but there's like harnesses, and it makes me happy.
Here is the basic story, as I understand it.
She ate 45 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
What?
After she passed out in her wheelchair at Walmart.
And that obviously has been problematic for her, so we'll see.
There you go. The latest on Britney. A mom in Houston wasn't allowed to register her 15-year-old daughter at a new school on Monday because of the outfit mom was wearing. She was wearing a long T-shirt as a dress and a scarf tied around her head. A female school administrator said it violated their dress code and wouldn't let her on the school grounds.
Okay.
They sent out a letter earlier this month saying parents couldn't wear shower caps, hair rollers, pajamas, slippers, jeans with ribs on the butt, low-cut tops, sagging pants, or short shorts or dresses.
I can see if it's a student, yes, they have a dress code. I understand that, but I'm not a student, so I have no dress code. So who are you to tell me how to dress? But when I got to Madison High School, they refused me access to the premises because of what I had on. She said that my headscarf was out of dress code and my dress was too short. Not saying it's a part of my religion, but it could have been. I just wanted to wear it up. Who are you to say that I can't wear my hair up in a scarf? I'm mad. I'm furious. My child's education, anyone's child's education, should be more important than what someone has on. That shouldn't matter.
Well, I'm not sure what the problem with a scarf is, per se. I'd have to see what the problem was. But wearing a T-shirt as a dress, I don't know. No. You got to have a little pride.
And are leggings underwear, or are they outerwear?
They're outerwear. Don't even go there, man.
Because when you see somebody with really big booty and they got leggings on,
yeah, well,
do they know how bad that looks?
Doesn't matter. They're out there. They're not going away anytime soon.
2 guys in North Carolina stopped to help a woman out after her car. Start again. 2 guys in North Carolina stopped to help a woman out of her car after an accident on Tuesday afternoon. They reached into the car, grabbed her purse, and took off.
Jeez.
There's the girl's boyfriend.
Some things are just senseless. I mean, that's just not necessary. They're helping her get out. They were yelling, the car's on fire, everybody get away. I get to the car, they've gotten her out of the front seat. One of the guys reached in the car, grabbed her purse, and ran and jumped into their car and peeled off. A human being that's hurt and injured and crying, and their thought is to get a purse and run. To go out of your way to act like you're helping somebody just to take everything they own, she could have been dying. I mean, literally. They could have jerked her out of that car and her neck been fractured or something and paralyzed her just to get her purse.
All right. Well, if the car's on fire, you got to get them out of the car. So understand that.
And there's a charge for that for these guys.
stealing the purse, that's pretty low. Yeah, that's bottom of the barrel.
And talking about having too much time on your hands, a guy in Massachusetts made a computer out of pasta, meaning the case that held all the hardware was lasagna and rigatoni. He still had working computer parts inside, and it actually worked, although it wasn't super excited about its performance when he played games on it. But here...
We're going to build an entire PC out of pasta. And PC being sort of a loose term, we're not going to go for anything like crazy overpowered or anything, but mostly a media streaming type computer of sorts. And the case and everything it's connected to has to be made out of pasta.
And as you can see, I'm using uncooked lasagna strips.
This is a higher purpose, a higher calling for the PC, for pasta.
What I think came out the best was like the saucy layers in between, which I made it look like there was cheese coming out of that too. Especially with the rigatoni vents for airflow in the back.
And it's on, look at it go.
Okay.
Guy's got too much time on his hands.
Well, we all know what this is right here, don't we? That's a woman snoring.
No. Women do not snore.
I was going to say, as soon as she wakes up, she'll deny it.
Women do not snore, they purr.
Well, I'm not sure the gender gap we need to fill is officially tested.
Oh, there you go.
At the sleep clinic. I do not snore. And the snores are about the same average volume, 51.7 decibels for men, 50 for women. But women are more likely than men to deny it. As we said earlier, 88% of women snore, but only 72% admit it. Men actually over-report snoring. 92% snore, but 93% say they do.
Well, I don't snore. I stayed up all night one time just to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember one time, this was the day, boys and girls, when you used recorders with reels of tape. You had portable little recorders and had reels of tape on. You remember those?
Yeah, I did.
You had to lock the reel in to make sure it wouldn't fall off the spindle.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, my mother was asleep on the couch and she was snoring. No. And my father said, "Go get your recorder and record this." Because she says she never snores. So I recorded it, good couple of minutes. Then we woke her up and said, "I want to play something for you." And started playing it. I said, "You know what that is?" She says, "No." I says, "That's you snoring just a couple of minutes ago." "It is not." "I don't snore."
And you got no dinner that night, right?
No, it was one of those classic family memorable moments. All that was missing was the Kodak film.
Right, there you go.
Okay. So, all right, women lie. Okay, we know that sometimes about snoring. 59-year-old guy in Ohio was arrested for stealing $166,000 from his 91-year-old mother's life savings.
Nice guy.
To buy adult toys and porn. Here are his neighbors reacting to the news.
Never would think your kids would do something like that. It's horrible. I think it's really disgusting to take money from your mother, one who raised you and took care of you when you couldn't take care of yourself. Unthinkable.
We didn't know what was going on. It's really sad to hear that you're stealing from your mother, and especially to use it on those kind of items. To think that somebody's willing to take advantage of their own mother like that, they would do that to any elderly person.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, that happens a lot.
Merriam-Webster just added 640 new words to the dictionary, including some we're getting ready to see if Jeff knows the answer to.
640 new words.
Mm-hmm. All right, what is the definition of this?
Snowflake. Snowflake.
That's the new generation. Yeah.
And someone who is overly sensitive.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one they added.
Stan.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
That's to exhibit fandom to an extreme or an excess. Just an overzealous fan of something.
Okay.
How about EGOT? Which is the acronym for when, well, we'll let you guess.
EGOT. EGOT.
Oh, I have seen that. No, I don't know. I can't remember.
That's the acronym for when you've won an Emmy or a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I didn't know what it was. No.
Okay, well, you just got to study up. We'll give you a full 640-word quiz here soon.
Yeah, great. I'll fail in the SATs next time I take them.
And a new study found that listening to sad music, cue it, thank you, when you're depressed makes you feel happier than upbeat music. It might be because uplifting music is irritating when you're sad. Here's an example of sad music, which is, a lot of people know this from the movie Platoon. Now I feel so much better. I came in here depressed and no longer depressed.
Need to play some Irish drinking songs, and then you won't be depressed.
When you have a good old cry, once you read that, and then you're undepressed. All right, we got more of this coming up in hour 2 this morning, so stick around. That's up next. It's 8 o'clock. Here comes all your latest news, sports, and weather.
Good morning. Another summer-like days in the forecast today. Increasing cloud cover expected this afternoon, but high temperatures still able to climb into the mid to upper 80s today. Tonight, cloudy skies likely with a chance of a shower. Otherwise, it is going to be a nice and mild night with lows in the low to mid 60s. For your Friday, have an umbrella. We will be cloudy and breezy with on and off showers and storms in the forecast and highs in the mid 70s. I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sandhills, 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Former Vice President Biden's announcement that he is running for president brings to 20 the number of Democrats seeking the party's 2020 nomination. Biden announcing his White House bid in a video posted online this morning, saying the stakes are incredibly high.
We are in the battle for the soul of this nation.
President Trump's take on the 76-year-old Biden.
I don't see him as a threat.
Mr. Trump saying Biden, who is known for some well-publicized gaffes, poses more of a threat to himself. Isaiah Peoples is charged with 8 counts of attempted murder. Police say he was at the wheel of a car that ran into 8 pedestrians in a crosswalk in Sunnyvale, California. The suspect's brother says that Peoples suffers mental health issues.
He's been thinking that the government was listening to him, and he thought that his house was bugged.
Joshua Peoples talking with KGO-TV. Police say Isaiah Peoples admits running into the pedestrians on purpose, but hasn't said why. At their first summit, North Korea's dictator and Russia's president pledged to strengthen their country's ties.
This first meeting between Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un lasted 2 hours, more than twice the time expected. It began here in a university sports hall with big smiles and warm greetings, as both leaders stressed their country's long-standing alliance. But they gave away none of the details as they emerged. Russia is now stepping in, keen to stress its importance in helping resolve one of the major issues of international diplomacy. It also, though, has real concern about having an unpredictable nuclear-armed state right on its border.
The BBC's Sarah Rainsford in Vladivostok. On Wall Street this morning, stock futures are mixed. Dow futures down 90 points, NASDAQ futures 19 points higher, and S&P futures up 1 point. More on these stories at townhall.com.
When it comes to your pain, many of you might be skeptical, like I was, about ordering Relief Factor. Pat Boone again for this wonderful 100% drug-free supplement designed to help your own body lower or eliminate occasional aches and pains due to aging, exercise, everyday living. I'm not skeptical any longer. The 3-week quick start is now discounted to only $19.95. Why don't you let us see if we can get you out of pain, too, at ReliefFactor.com.
As soon as we're back out in our yard, yep, we get company.
Dandelions, lurking crabgrass, and wheat-thin grass. But Scott's Turf Builder Triple Action takes care of them all. Now, with one bag, you can kill weeds, prevent crabgrass for up to 4 months, and feed for greener grass. Triple Action, so your lawn thrives, guaranteed. Only from Scott's.
Weeds aren't welcome here.
This is a Scott's Yard. Pick up a bag of Scott's Triple Action today.
China promises not to lead countries into unsustainable debt following criticism of the country's Belt and Road Initiative.
The pledge was made at the start of a meeting in Beijing to promote China's global infrastructure program, known as the Belt and Road Initiative. It comes after criticism from the United States and others who've warned that countries which sign up to the scheme risk falling into a debt trap. Seeking to allay those fears, the Chinese finance minister and the central bank governor both said Beijing would ensure countries did not borrow too much. Christine Lagarde, the head of the International Monetary Fund, who's in Beijing, welcomed the assurance.
The BBC's Michael Bristow. French police scientists are starting to examine Notre Dame Cathedral for the first time since last week's devastating fire. Among their questions, did cigarette butts from construction workers play a role in the blaze? Officials believe the fire was accidental, possibly caused by an electrical short. News and analysis at townhall.com. A tragic end to the search for a missing 5-year-old Illinois boy.
Andrew A.J. Friend's parents reported him missing last week.
Please pray for the safe return of my son.
Crystal Lake Police Chief James Black says evidence was presented to the boy's parents, including a shovel and mattress. They provided police with a location.
Investigators located what they believe to be AJ's body, buried in a shallow grave wrapped in plastic in a remote area of Woodstock, Illinois.
Which is not far from the family's home. The parents each face 5 counts of first-degree murder. Early on, police didn't believe the boy was kidnapped. The chief had a message for AJ.
We know you're at peace playing in heaven's playground and are happy you no longer have to suffer.
I'm Ed Donahue.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk had prepped Wall Street for a first-quarter loss, but analysts were still stunned by its size, $702 million, among the company's worst quarters in the past 2 years. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Building a new home or thinking about changing your existing floors? Aberdeen Carpet can show you the latest flooring trends that will fit your budget and lifestyle. Flooring is what we do every day. Visit Aberdeen Carpet's large showroom and discount warehouse filled with an extensive inventory, ready for immediate pickup. We offer expert advice, competitive pricing, and a huge selection. Located on Highway 5 in Aberdeen near the Habitat for Humanity store. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9 to 4. Call 944-6204. Or go online to aberdeencarpet.com.
Being overweight is the #1 health problem in America today. It leads to so many avoidable health issues. If you have a weight problem and finally want to do something about it, then do what I did and participate in the Transforming You Weight Loss Program, offered by Dr. Sharon Wright at Wright Chiropractic in Seven Lakes. It's a customized, physician-assisted program based on your body type and your goals. A healthier, more vibrant, spirited, and slimmer you emerges. Now, I lost 25 pounds in the first month and 50 pounds to date. That keeps me motivated. Now, the program is easy to follow. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and if I can do it, you can do it. Give Dr. Wright a call and set up your no-charge consultation about the Transforming You Weight Loss Program at 910-673-2225. That's White Chiropractic at 673-2225.
Here's Jenny from Pinehurst, a patient at Sandhills Weekend Dental.
It may seem odd to look forward to going to a dentist, but as I told Dr. Terry Ann Sams, I always feel better when I leave their office than when I came in. Dr. Sams and the staff at Sandhills Weekend Dental just make you feel relaxed.
Sandhills Weekend Dental, Highway 211, just past Harris Teeter. Open Wednesday through Friday, 9 to 4, Saturday, 9 to 2. Call for an appointment at 910-867-4423, 687-4423. Jump into the fire at Brick's Woodfire Pizza at the Kohl's Shopping Center and check out the new menu. In addition to the great selection of wood-fired pizzas, Brick's now has wood-fired wings in 3 flavors, delicious soups, pastas, salads, and sandwiches, all made fresh daily. Brick's Pizza now serves Sunday brunch from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. with your choice of 6 menu items and all bottles of wine Sundays at half price. Jump into the fire at Brick's Woodfire Pizza, Kohl's Shopping Center, Southern Pines. Open every day at 11 a.m.
You can jump into the fire.
Are you tired of trying to get a handle on your water chemistry? Is your pool green every time you turn around? Is your spa water cloudy or foamy? Well, Southern Tropics Pools and Spas can help. We offer free water testing and have the experience and knowledge to keep your water sparkling clear all year long. We sell the highest quality chemicals, formulated without fillers or binders. No gimmicks, no Band-Aids, just results. We're across US 1 from the new Ford dealership, right between Gulf Augusta and the Smoke Inn. Southern Tropics Pools and Spas.
NCN News. Hi, I'm Mike Riley. Former Vice President Joe Biden has announced his campaign for president in a video message released today.
I'm Bill Raytoff. Biden has finally ended the speculation surrounding a run for the White House, and with the announcement, will jump to the top of many Democratic presidential polls. Over the next couple of days, the former vice president will attend fundraisers and ramp up for the campaign's first rally, scheduled for Pittsburgh on Monday.
According to Oak Island Police Lieutenant Frankie Cook, one person died in a fire on Wednesday evening. Crews from the Oak Island, St. James, and Southport fire departments responded to a structure fire and found a shed was engulfed in flames, which then reportedly spread to a home and truck. Lieutenant Frankie Cook of the Oak Island Police Department tells WWAY News.
One subject was located inside. His identity is unknown at this time.
Organizers of a May 1st teachers rally in Raleigh are criticizing the current leaders of the state schools at a press event to promote the event. NCAE Wake County President Christine Beller said that she does not believe Superintendent of Public Instruction Mark Johnson is looking for the best interests of education.
His behavior has not demonstrated that he is able to meet those high expectations of advocating, passing policy, or supporting educators in the way that our students and educators deserve.
Days after several bomb blasts on Easter Sunday in Sri Lanka, the country remains on high alert. Another blast occurred in the country today, though it's unclear what the cause may have been and no injuries have been reported. BBC reporter Nick Bigg says that residents are being told to stay vigilant.
The authorities here are concerned. They've already said that people should brace themselves for further attacks, and so we can expect lots more police activity here in Colombo and in other parts of Sri Lanka for the rest of the day.
Authorities have been searching in Transylvania County since early Wednesday for a man accused of killing his wife in Catawba County. You're listening to NCN News.
For 32 years, Merlefest, presented by Window World, has delivered music, moments, and memories to thousands. Join us April 25th through the 28th as some of Roots Music's greatest stars gather to perform at the annual musical homecoming. Hear the Avett Brothers, Randy Carlisle, Amos Lee, Wynonna and the Big Noise, Daly and Vincent, Tyler Childers, Kev Moe, the Milk Carton Kids, Dale McCurry, the Earls of Leicester, Sam Bush, Steep Canyon Rangers, Molly Tuttle, Jim Lauderdale, and more. Visit merlefest.org today for the full lineup, to volunteer or purchase tickets.
Medicaid expansion, school safety, a statewide bond package, the next state budget. North Carolina lawmakers are tackling these and other topics. You can follow all the action with Carolina Journal. How would these proposals affect you, your wallet, your family? Carolina Journal offers answers. Available each month as a free newspaper. Every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your best source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
The government is revising its message to doctors who prescribe opioids for patients who legitimately need them.
I'm Gary Nunn. Federal officials say too many doctors are overreacting to the opioid crisis, often impacting chronic pain patients who require the medication. CDC says a lot of physicians are guilty of misapplication of the 2016 guidelines that clamped down on use of opioids. Those most affected include cancer patients and others with acute pain. Updated guidelines published in the New England Journal of Medicine recommend doctors prescribe the lowest effective dosage and avoid increasing it when feasible. Gary Nunn, CBS News.
A state auditor's report released on Wednesday is critical of the former executive director and the board of the Global Trans Park in Kinston. Process of making ammonia could be done more cheaply and environmentally friendly.
Tokyo University scientists said their method for making ammonia uses recyclable chemicals and minimal energy. Instead of large-scale industrial plants and expensive equipment, ammonia, a colorless gas, could be made by almost anyone on a tabletop at low cost without the release of carbon emissions. Researchers said the goal is to make ammonia available especially to farmers in poor countries. Details were published in the journal Nature. Lucy Kraft, CBS News, Tokyo.
Jordan Stoll tied in the third. Brock McGuinn scored in the second overtime, and the Carolina Hurricanes stormed back to stun the Washington Capitals 4-3 in Game 7 to eliminate the defending Stanley Cup champions. Capitals forward Nicholas Backstrom says it's very tough to go out that way.
It's obviously tough, and a lot of credit to them too. I mean, they never stop playing. I mean, they're a good team. They show that this year, and especially now in the playoffs too.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Good Thursday morning. Increasing cloud covers in the forecast today, but it will be another warm day outside with high temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 80s this afternoon. Tonight, cloudy skies likely with a chance of a shower overnight, otherwise mild with lows in the low to mid 60s. Tomorrow, grab an umbrella again. We will stay cloudy and breezy with showers and thunderstorms likely. High temperatures climb into the mid 70s tomorrow. I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the Weather Center.
Right now here in the Sand Hills area, it's sunny and 66 degrees, humidity 68%, dew point 55, pressure is 2991, winds west-southwest at 8, visibility is at 10 statute miles. 8:13, let's take a look at your Sand Hills News for this Thursday morning. A woman was airlifted to the hospital Wednesday after crashing her vehicle into an Aberdeen bank. The accident was reported at 5:20 in the afternoon at Fidelity Bank on US 15501. First responders said the vehicle, a Mercury Grand Marquis, traveled through the front of the bank into the employee break room. The driver's injuries did not appear to be life-threatening, according to Chief Philip Richardson of the Aberdeen Fire and Rescue Department. Richardson said the woman was conscious when she was taken to the fire department substation on Holly Street, where she was placed on a helicopter and flown to an area hospital for treatment. The crash caused extensive damage to the front of the bank. A large blue tarp was used to cover the walls that were smashed by the car. The cause of the accident was not immediately known. A man armed with a handgun stole an undisclosed amount of merchandise from a Southern Pines jewelry store on Wednesday afternoon. The robbery happened at Kay's Jeweler on Brucewood Road. The employee said the man, who appeared to be in his 50s, was not wearing a mask when he entered the jewelry store brandishing a Glock-style firearm. The robber fled the store with a bag containing jewelry. Southern Pines Police Department has not released an official description of the suspect. Shortly after 4:30, investigators were observed collecting evidence inside the store. A handwritten sign on the door informed customers that the business was currently closed due to an emergency. And a bill allowing nonprofits to host fundraising events during casino-style games and alcohol is one step away from clearing its final legislative hurdle. The Senate approved an amended game night bill on a 32-5 vote. It now goes back to the House for concurrence on the changes. It approved the measure originally, 93-17 vote last month. That's your latest Sand Hills News this morning, but stand by. Here comes your latest in sports right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. It is 8:16.
NCN Sports. Good morning. I'm Tony Rixby. The defending Stanley Cup champs are out. The Washington Capitals, a favorite to win it all, losing to the wild-card Carolina Hurricanes 4-3 in 2 overtimes. The Game 7 nail-biter was the third longest playoff game in NHL history. Carolina's captain, Justin Williams, lived up to his nickname of Mr. Game 7, setting up the winning goal.
Wilson couldn't get his stick on the puck. Hurricanes keep it alive. Williams towards the net. Score! The Carolina Hurricanes win Game 7.
And Williams says it was a terrific feeling to see Brock McGinn score the series-clinching goal.
It's indescribable feeling when you celebrate with the guys that you worked your tail off months after months after months. To see that one go in and go our way was awesome.
And now the Canes will play the New York Islanders in round number 2. In the NBA, the Rockets move into the conference semifinals for the 4th straight year, downing the Jazz. Here's Adam Spillane.
The Houston Rockets finished off their Western Conference first-round series in 5 games after beating the Utah Jazz 100-93. After starting the game 1 of 11 from the field, James Harden finished with a game-high 26 points on 10 of 26 shooting to go with 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals. Clint Capella gave the Rockets 16 points and 10 rebounds, while Chris Paul and Eric Gordon added 15 points. Royce O'Neal led the Jazz with 18 points off the bench, but Donovan Mitchell scored just 12 points on 4 of 22 shooting. Adam Spillane, Houston.
The LA Clippers forcing a Game 6 in their NBA first-round series, holding off the Golden State Warriors 129-121. Gio Gonzalez is back with the Milwaukee Brewers. A person familiar with the negotiation said that Gonzalez and the Brewers agreeing to a 1-year contract guaranteeing him $2 million. You're listening to NCN Sports.
There's no place like home. It has a certain magic of its own, and memories are made there every day. A lifetime of good times shared along the way. Have yourself a Bluebell Country Day.
In the age-old debate between vanilla and chocolate ice cream lovers, Bluebell calls it a tie. Our homemade vanilla is legendary, and our Dutch chocolate is a rich and creamy ice cream made with the finest imported chocolate. There now, everybody wins.
A lifetime of good times shared along the way. Have yourself a Bluebell Country Day.
Tonight is the NFL Draft. It seemed to be a foregone conclusion for months that Kyler Murray would be going to Arizona's Cardinals with the first overall pick. Now the latest rumors seem to say that Murray may not end up a Cardinal after all. CBS NFL sideline reporter Evan Washburn weighs in on the first pick.
I think it's always important to remember this week, this time, these hours leading up to the draft are often used to provide some of that intrigue and mystery. And as somebody described it to me today, I mean, this is lying season. So I think you have to take all that with a grain of salt and really look at the reality of it. If they feel that Kyler Murray is a quarterback that fits their system, and it would appear he does perfectly, then I just don't see a situation where they wouldn't take him.
Tony Rixby, NCN Sports.
It's called Behavioral Economics, and it's devoted to exploring how we make financial decisions, including the bad ones. Behavioral economics tries to pinpoint where our brains and emotions lead us wrong, as well as what we can do about it. For a little insight on that, we turn to America's wealth coach and best-selling author, Coach Pete D'Arruda. Coach, making emotional financial decisions can be disastrous.
You want to talk about emotions during a decision process? Think about the last time you and your wife were in the car and you wanted to go somewhere to eat.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. You know, the funny thing always was my wife says she doesn't care until I decide where to go, and then she doesn't want that.
There we go. Been there, done that.
So the very important part is we need to analyze the fact that our brains think differently, and especially when it comes to the money world. With restaurants, Steve, at least we know what that kind of food tastes like, what it looks like, and with what the restaurant is like. We haven't been to retirement yet.
You're right.
We don't know what it really looks like. We don't know what we're going to want to do. The hardest part for me is sitting down with folks and helping them figure out, number one, where they are right now in the financial world, but number two, what they want to do in retirement all the way through retirement, not the day of retirement, but 30 or 40 years down the road. And so that's called true retirement planning. It's looking at your portfolio, making sure that some of that is protected, making sure that you understand the risks of retirement, the long-term care, needing some life insurance maybe, because we're all going to pass away. You know, Steve, life insurance is the one investment that's guaranteed to pay up. And so life insurance policies these days will also pay for your long-term care if you have the right policy. But a true retirement plan comes first with you in mind and then designing where you want to be. And if you are one of the next 10 people who call, we'll do that at no cost or obligation. That's a $1,000 value. You also get a 3-book set of 3 of the 8 books that I've written over my life.
Sounds great, Coach. 888-456-7577 is the number. 888-456-7577. Or just text RETIRE to 21,000. That's RETIRE to 21,000.
Investment advisory services offered through Capital Financial Advisory Group, a North Carolina registered investment advisor.
The Honda Dream Garage Spring Event is going on now at Leith Honda Aberdeen. With a huge selection of new 2019 vehicles, great prices, and no games or gimmicks, Leith Honda Aberdeen makes it easy for you. Our service department makes it quick and easy for you as well. We provide 100% customer satisfaction for all of your car needs. We mean it when we say we're easy to get to and easy to deal with. Leith Honda Aberdeen, the name you can trust.
Great news. During the spring sales event at Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Aberdeen, all new 2019 vehicles are available with easy pricing. Just ask. At Leith Aberdeen, we strive to make it easy for you, not only with buying a new vehicle, but when you have to service your vehicle as well. We have quick and easy oil, brake, and tire services available just for you. Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Aberdeen. Easy to get to and easy to deal with. Come in today.
At Sandhills Collision Center in Seven Lakes, we proudly serve all your automotive repair, auto body restoration, and collision repair needs. With our brand new state-of-the-art cheap straightening system and eco-friendly AmeriCure paint booth, you can rest assured that your vehicle, boat, or RV will receive top-notch repair and flawless paint jobs. And for all you aviators, we do aircraft body repair too. Sandhills Collision Repair Center is veteran-owned and offers a 5% discount to our military family. We give free estimate and accept all insurance and self-pay. All our ATECs will provide superior customer service from start to finish because we are committed to quality and prompt expert service. Bring your automobile, boat, or RV by today for a free quote at 135 Billy's View Drive in Seven Lakes. That's just 2 minutes from the Food Lion on Seven Lakes Drive. Or call us at 910-673-AUTO. That's 673-AUTO. Sandhills Collision Center, because you deserve the best.
Serving more people, more places, 24/7. If your AC breaks down, we'll restore your indoor heaven. Installation or repair, one call, we'll be there. It's your family, don't delay. Comfort's just a call away. We're Comfort Services. Comfort Services.
Come to Comfort Services in Aberdeen to get a free estimate on a new Carrier system or heat pump, and you may qualify for a rebate up to $2,000 from Carrier. Get in on the savings and purchase a qualifying heating or cooling product before the Cool Cash rebate ends June 30th. You may also qualify for financing options as well. Stop into Comfort Services on Highway 5 next to the Habitat store in Aberdeen, or call 910-695-2665. Carrier and Comfort Services, a great team.
Comfort's just a call away. Comfort Services.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. Well, let me start this one a little different. First, I'd like to say hello to all the staff of the Pathetic Pilot and say thank you for listening. It's quite a compliment to have you here, you know, because you, of all people, know when you want accurate news, tune in to WEEB. I'm not sure how many of the Pathetic Pilot employees gathered around to write that little editorial slamming me and Steve yesterday, but I know how many it took. Way more than you had, because it really was kind of pitiful. They alluded to the fact that I had run for office and that I'd lost. I honestly almost fell out of my chair when I read that because, I'll be doggone, they got something right. The insinuation was that, well, I'm not really sure what the insinuation might have been. Anyway, to get back to the matter at hand, I've taken several guesses as to why the Pathetic Pilot would be so quick to twist facts and try hard to cover this whole school mess up. I just don't get why you don't want to go head to head, toe to toe, fact to fact, slug this thing out with facts until the truth rises to the top and one of us is whooped. I'm not used to being 8th grade girls slapped like a kangaroo or something. Still, let me see if I can respond. I'm going to have to go off memory as best I can because as of the time I'm recording this, the Pathetic Pilot webpage is down, but that's okay. I think they mentioned that they had managed to obtain a bunch of documentation. Well, they forgot to mention that I was the one who obtained it, not them, and that the school gave it to the Pathetic Pilot only after telling the pathetic pilot how they wanted them to write the story. Oh, and for those of you who've kept up with this, oh, and that leaves you out, pathetic pilot, the hard-hitting evidence that this newspaper offered was a few screenshots of a cell phone. But honestly, I'm not going to rehash this thing again so they can catch up with it. The way they rebutted my facts was to mention things like the 2020 election. Now, I have no idea what that meant. Did it mean that if I decide to run for something, I won't get the 3 votes that you influence? I also never hinted, not even close, that the school board had banded together and decided to form some type of conspiracy. Never hinted at such a thing. In fact, I implored, that's right, I implored, and I rarely implore, I implored the school board to not get sucked into a cover-up that they would not even be aware was occurring. Your editorial was so pathetic. I actually think you might have been trying to read a grown-up book titled How to Go About Accusing Someone of Being Involved in a Conspiracy. You know what you remind me of? When my son was in kindergarten, one day he came home after school all excited. He came home with a cat, a grown cat, and he was so proud. He said, "Dad, I got it from the Amish." I said, "JD." I said, "JD," because that's his name. I said, "JD, we don't need a cat." He said, "Dad, it was a good deal. The Amish let me have it for $0.25. I said, "Son, we don't need a cat. You can get a free cat anywhere. Did you think the only reason we don't have a cat is because we didn't have $0.25? Now, pathetic pilot, do you think the only reason we don't buy your pathetic newspaper is because we don't have $1? No. It's because we can get accurate news free on WEEB or online at the Sand Hill Sentinel or the Aberdeen Times, and you'll never find us at the landfill. All right, my time's up for today, pathetic pilot. I hope you keep those little girl slaps coming. Maybe it'll help sell that advertisement you're obviously so desperate to keep. I think you might have gambled on the wrong horse this time, or the wrong cat. More later from the Zoom Zone.
Good morning. Another summer-like day is in the forecast today. Increasing cloud cover expected this afternoon, but high temperatures still able to climb into the mid to upper 80s today. Tonight, cloudy skies likely with a chance of a shower. Otherwise, it is going to be a nice and mild night with lows in the low to mid 60s. For your Friday, have an umbrella. We will be cloudy and breezy with on and off showers and storms in the forecast and highs in the mid 70s. I'm meteorologist Kat Campbell in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the leader man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us. Wake up! Wake up!
So early shouting like that. What's today? What's today? Thursday.
Thursday. Is this Thursday?
Thursday is
Not quite. Not quite. Friday? Friday.
Is it Friday already?
Not yet, but close. So close I can taste it. So close I can smell it.
Yeah, sorry. That was me.
Ew, gross.
The day is Thursday. The time is
Showtime.
Hand me down a walking cane. Hand me down my hat. Hurry now and don't be late, 'cause we ain't got time.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Yeah, I like to start my half hour with a good old bitch slapping like that, don't you? Yeah, one thing I've learned is the pilot just doesn't like getting slapped across the room.
No, well...
You see, they like being able to take their little pot shots, their poorly researched pot shots, and nobody can respond. Well, guess what? We can slap back. And we can do it every hour.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I'll do it every hour today.
And every day.
Yeah.
They don't even publish every day.
Yeah.
It takes them 3 days to write garbage like that.
Yeah. And then, like I said, they have a pre-conclusion of what they want to say, and they just pick and choose a couple little things that try to support what they're trying to say without getting into the true facts of the case. But we'll talk more about that in just a moment. Welcome back to the Sandhills' #1 morning show by a long shot. It is time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond.
Morning, Moore County. Hey, it's time to get to work. You're late. Get up. Get out. Move it.
You've heard it. Don't forget, of course, we're being seen around the world on the live video stream. Hey, Pilot, I know you're tuned in. And you can get to that by going to our website at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located. On your mobile device, you can get to it with your YouTube app. Put Mornings with the Leader Man in there. If you're just looking at our audio stream, that's available on your portable device using streaming services and apps like TuneIn, iTunes, Streama, Alexa, Google. They all do it. Just put WEEB into that search, and as always, our stream's available on our website at talk973.com. Upper right-hand corner of every page has a link there that says listen live on the air. Just click that, and you're just that quick listening. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. Look for partly cloudy today. So 86 will be a high, but the humidity will be in check, so it won't be horrendous out there.
Good.
Tonight, mostly cloudy, because we know how bad 86 can feel. Mostly cloudy tonight, scattered showers developing late. Look for a low of 66 Friday. On and off showers, maybe a tenth of an inch or a quarter of an inch falling altogether, but we've been through it many times as the cold front comes through. It'll be cloudy with a high of 75. Friday night, a few more showers, a low of 52, and then Saturday for Springfest, sunny and perfect, 74 for a high. That'll be in downtown Southern Pines, 10 until 4 on Saturday. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are west-southwest at 8. Visibility is at 10 statute miles. Pressure is 2991. Dew point 55. Humidity 68%. It's sunny and 66 right now here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And if you truly want to get up to running speed on all this school controversy, because we're due $1.5 million. When I say we, the county, is due. Taxpayer. By statute. Pure law. Clearly stated. And you can hear all about it on a webpage that we developed at our website. You go to talk973.com and click on right there below the video link is a link to the Zumwalt Zone. Right. And you can hear the latest podcast on that page, as well as see all the documents with your own two eyes and make your own conclusions. But the statute says that if a company puts in a bid on a school or a government project, that they have 4 days to withdraw it, and then only they can do it with a mathematical error. Well, our contractor, the first one, put in a bid, waited 12 days to all of a sudden have a mathematical error. But first they tried to pull it back, saying that they got a call from an architect for the schools that said, we need to sit down and, no, it didn't say that. It said, according to the letter, that that they were told that the school didn't have enough money at that price for the school.
Right.
And so they officially withdrew their bid. Well, they couldn't. We pointed out you couldn't withdraw it for that reason. And that's when they come back with, we had a mathematical error.
Too late.
Just popped up 12 days later. Statute says you got to do it within 4.
Right.
So we need to cash in on the bid bond that's issued by bonding insurance companies. And Pilot and the school board and Grimacy and all the other lackeys over there are sitting there telling you, we would have to sue them. It would cost money. We don't know whether we win or lose. No, you don't. If they don't pay on their bid bond, then you go to the insurance commissioner and find out why.
Exactly.
It's just that simple. And the state of North Carolina can beat them up.
Right. Hey, you as taxpayers, try not paying your taxes. See what happens. The force of government will come and take your stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. So if the law applies to you, why doesn't the law apply in this case? And it's just, you need to do this so that people don't get the idea they can just get away with it when they want.
Yeah, and I'm not in the habit of giving away $1.5 million of our money.
Well,
seems like the school board has no problem with it because their tail told them to. Dr. Bob. Yeah. I just want you to know, Dr. Bob,
I do know why you got fired the first time.
Oh, well, that's interesting. You'll have to whisper that in my ear later.
We're going to give it out in a subtle way one day. Yeah. Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Well, Dr. Bob, of course, knows why he got fired, too.
Yeah.
And
but I do know.
These people, I wonder, all these people, Brad, when you look in the mirror in the morning, what do you see staring back at you? I mean, do you see yourself? Do you see what you're doing? Do you see what you're doing to the people of this county, the kids of this county? And then you want to turn around and call me, John, or Steve, we're child haters. And that's not true.
Oh, they're trying to, the pilot's editorial tried to allude to the fact that, this is about busing. Yeah. You don't want people bust. So one person wrote in about that. It's got nothing to do with busing. It's about $1.5 million. That's what it's about.
It's about the taxpayers' money. That's what it's about. And I clearly don't understand what their problem is. The people what do they...
Statute's very clear.
Is there even a reflection in the mirror? That's what I'd like to know.
Well, anyway, we're going to get to it. And, PhD Bob can come out and tell us why he got fired the first time. Saved me a lot of trouble. But I do know. And I will let you know, ultimately. We're just going to present it in our way, in our time.
Okay.
It's 8:38 past the hour. Let's lighten things up a little bit. What to do first? Oh, I know what we'll do first. Because Jeff's just sitting over there waiting to get a smile all over his face, and we're going to provide one here and there. Just a good test of whether these jokes are any good or not.
Maybe. Maybe I shouldn't be laughing.
The first reviews of Avengers Endgame are out. USA Today gave it 3 stars. Dweeb's Weekly gave it 4 inhalers. There's no extra scene at the end of the credits of Avengers Endgame, but there is a noise. It's the noise of a theater full of people bolting to be the first at the bathroom. That's what it'll be. Probably a long movie. They all seem to be, because special effects guys just, we're having so much fun. Let's draw some more in there. Yeah.
Well, if it is the end, there you go. You're going to have a long movie for the last one.
The stars of Empire demanding that Fox bring back Jussie Smollett.
Oh, yeah, here you go. Yeah, we demand.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's my answer to that.
They haven't decided whether to add the program back on their schedule for next year.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be demanding too much.
It's called canceled.
Yeah. I know, guys. I mean, I realize he's your friend, but there's no need to beat yourself up about it.
Well, the two guys are suing the lawyers, right?
Yeah, Garagos. Yeah.
Garagos. What a normal.
Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard, and Leonard Skinner will headline the Exit 111 Festival. 111 will also be the average age of those in attendance, too. Fox Sports announcer Joe Buck turns 50 today. That's 350 in smug, pompous tool years.
He's terrible.
Americans, well, he just has to be so cool.
He doesn't know. Well, I don't watch him much anyway. When he's on, if I really want to watch that game, I just turn the sound off. He's awful.
The only reason I can take Al Michaels and his thick accent is because Al's a Republican. So.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
His New York accent, they're the ball.
Is he?
The ball's on the 35.
Is that? I don't think he's that bad, is he?
He's pretty bad.
Al Michaels. Okay. I guess I'm in tune with that, so I don't notice it so much.
Americans are more inactive than ever, but I'm assuming you're listening to me on a treadmill right now, so you're cool to go. 24-year-old Wisconsin man won $768 million Powerball lottery.
Wow.
Before you call him lucky, remember he did spend 24 years in Wisconsin. Take it Jeff has been there.
I have done a drive-through in Wisconsin.
The dating app, Bubble, will soon have a new feature that will alert you when someone sends you a manhood pic. Let me just leave it at that.
Great.
That's fine, but how about just letting me know if it's my specifications? While Grindr will alert you when someone doesn't send one. New study finds that kids in the U.S. are drinking less water. Well, can you blame us? Said the children of Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, there you go.
Scientists believe the earliest forms of life came from ponds, not oceans. Their proof, Steele and Tyler's lips obviously evolved from a freshwater bass. Yeah, if you grab him by the lower teeth and hold his jaw open, he goes limp.
How old is that guy? He's like 90 years old, isn't he?
I think his skin is. I'm not sure he is. It's like Mick Jagger. He's got to. I remember my great-grandmother, the way her skin looked. Very cracked and smooth. Yeah. And that's the way Mick Jagger looks. And I'm like, boy, that guy's got a lot of miles on him. A new study found that being in a miserable marriage takes years off your life. Yeah, but not enough of them, mumbled Bill Clinton. You like
God.
And a Texas high school wants to enforce the dress code for students' parents because they're picking up their kids with curlers in their hair, saggy pants, shower caps, Daisy Dukes, and revealing tops, or, as is otherwise known in Texas, formal wear.
Formal wear, yeah.
And that's your rim shots for today.
Southern formal.
Yep. All right, 8:43, 43 past the hour. Some things we need to know so we don't sound just downright stupid today. See, they include some theaters are planning 24-hour-a-day showings of the Avengers Endgame when it opens tomorrow. With early ticket sales, they're thinking it could be a $900 million movie opening weekend.
Wow, that's like the lotto for those people, isn't it?
Well, that's a lot of cha-ching, that's for sure. Today is the day that Joe Biden is supposed to announce he's running. He did so this morning, I believe.
Creepy Uncle Joe's running?
Yeah.
Great.
He reaches out and touches everyone when he announces.
Yeah, I think he stumbles and has to put his hands out quite a bit.
Yeah. A new study says Americans have increased their sitting time by over an hour during the past decade. We're spending almost a third of our waking hours sitting down, and computer use is partly to blame. Oh, you think? Another death at the Grand Canyon this week. Tuesday, a 70-year-old woman fell to her death.
Wow. There's been a lot of them. I read an article on that. They've had a huge amount of them here.
Well, some of those paths are pretty narrow.
Well, actually, it's a variety of causes. They've had a couple of murders. They've had falls. They've had, all kinds of different weird things going on.
You say fall,
I'm not walking down the canyon. I looked into the canyon. That's good enough. Don't need to walk down.
I looked into it from 30,000 feet.
actually, I've done that too. That was pretty nice view.
This may have gone unnoticed, but a federal court ruled on Monday that the chalk line the meter maid puts on your tire is illegal. Because the car is parked legally, there's no probable cause to assume they will violate the law. Therefore, it amounts to searching without a warrant.
I think I like that.
Interesting to look at it.
Yeah, that's kind of just a minor modicum of a tweak rollback on this stupidity from governmental overreach. Yep. But that works for me.
North Korea leader Kim Jong-un meets with Russian Vladimir Putin today. That Jeopardy champ James Holzhauser keeps on winning and has passed the $1 million mark on the show. In fact, I got some sound on this today. Let's see. Right. Alex Trebek. Oh, let me give you an example first of James Holzhauer ripping through an entire song category on Jeopardy just last night.
What day is that song to?
Rebecca Black went viral with this song. James.
What is Friday?
Friday, correct.
Song 16?
Boomtown Rats song, in which I want to shoot the whole day down. James.
What is I Don't Like Mondays?
Yeah.
Song 12?
Sam Cooke faced another one. James.
What is Saturday Night?
Yes.
Song 8?
There's many lost, but tell me who has won, asks this U2 song. James again.
What is Sunday Bloody Sunday?
Yes.
Song 400.
Goodbye, this title of a #1 hit by the Rolling Stones. James.
What is Ruby Tuesday?
You know your songs and your days. Well done.
Okay.
That guy's a machine. Well, Alex mentioned on last night's show how he's winning so much on Jeopardy. Here's Alex's explanation.
There has been a certain sameness to all of the games since James became champion. He gets off to a really good lead, and then it's up to the challengers to catch him.
He goes for the highest dollar value first, so if his replies are correct, he hurts everyone else's ability to catch up.
Right.
He also goes all in on a lot of daily doubles. So anyway, that's...
Plus, he's got a lot of the answers.
Yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, he must have a really photographic memory, big time. That just recalls everything he's ever seen.
I suppose. I don't know. I mean, he just must read.
He doesn't get them all, though. Here's him making a rare miss. I said,
in 2018, this band didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. James.
Who is Fall Out Boy?
No. It was Panic at the Disco.
Panic at the Disco. Yeah. Okay, all right. Who would know that? Who the hell is Panic at the Disco? Panic at the Disco.
The question is, will this guy ever lose? Or are they going to have to bring back, who was that other guy that went well over $1 million?
I don't remember. But there's been a couple of them that have been hugely successful.
Bring him back and see if he can take him out.
Yeah, put them all on there.
Let's see. The FDA has approved the first genetic nasal spray to treat opioid overdoses. A study says 1 in 5 American kids don't drink water on any given day.
Don't drink any water on any given day?
Yeah, they're drinking soda pop and stuff instead. Power drinks. A Babe jersey is expected to sell at auction for $4.5 million.
The Babe.
And the family of J.R.R. Tolkien has issued a statement against the upcoming film about the author of the popular Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit. The family of the estate wishes to make clear that they did not approve of, authorize, or participate in the making of the film. They do not endorse it or its content in any way.
Okay.
Like I care.
Yeah.
Today, it was just a 3-hour chase scene. 9-hour chase scene is what it was.
Yeah. And a happy ending.
Yeah, and then I'll throw a ring in the volcano.
Yeah.
Research showed, today's impossible question, research shows that many women worry this will give away their real age. What is it?
Wrinkles.
Their hands.
Oh, yeah, wrinkly hands.
38% of women surveyed said they're trying to cut back on this. No, not food.
Coffee.
Gossiping.
Yeah, good luck.
31% of guys have borrowed deodorant from their girlfriend. And you smell so nice today.
Yeah, okay.
15% of people in a deep sleep study survey said that they have been known to fall asleep in the bathroom at work.
What? Fall asleep in the bathroom at work. All right. I have no words for that.
Despite being asked by their parents to do this for their own good, 19% of kids don't do what?
Brush their teeth.
Close. Floss.
Floss. Okay.
Same thing. Over 40% of us always add this at mealtime.
Always add this at mealtime.
It's the condiment.
Oh, salt.
Salt.
Okay.
Study reveals that 7% of people buy more junk food when they bring their own bags to the store.
Bringing your bag to the store means you'll buy more junk food.
I guess.
I don't.
51% of people have these. Let's see. 51% of people who have these have a sunroof or convertible top. Have never used them.
Have these.
Well, I mean, yeah, have a sunroof or convertible top.
Never use them. Okay,
Yeah.
well.
I have a sunroof. I never use it.
Well.
What I want all that light and heat coming in.
Convertible top, I had one. I used to use it all the time. Sunroof, I've had 2 of those, and I quit using them for one particular reason, because I always left them open. You know, you get out of a convertible, and, oh, got to put the top up, might rain. Get out of a sunroof, you're just out. And you got a wet car when you come back.
It'd have to be a real nice night for me to do it, because it's just too hot today.
Well, no, it was really nice. You open that up, and I mean, your car, crack the windows, boom, your car cools off in a heartbeat. But, I just would leave them open. You get those thunder showers in the afternoon, and yeah.
I'll plus that little button that says climate.
Yeah.
And poof.
Well, still, you got to get the hot air out first, so.
Yeah, but then you got to figure out how to close those damn things.
Oh, that's a little button there, and it closes.
No, I have 2 sunroofs. Not one, but 2.
Your car got twice as wet if you leave it open.
I just leave them closed. Less things to go wrong. All right, 53 past the hour. We just got one little bad guy to go chase today, so let's do it right quick.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
All right.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
All right, my friends, it's time once again. Let's get up and strut across the floor in the style of the Duke John Wayne, a little pigeon toad. Head on over to the closet doors, throw those doors open. Look at all 30 of our Liberty safes. Today we're going to Liberty safe number 9. I don't think we've ever opened up 9. So we're going to open her up and let the good Colonel reach in and grab our weapon of choice today.
Oh, what do we have? I think we have a classic here. A classic military sidearm, the Browning High Power, 13-round magazine and 9mm. One of the most widely used pistols in the world.
All right, well, we'll slide that into the holster, pin on our badge, grab 5 cans of whoop-ass. As we now head out the door in relentless pursuit of stupid criminal news. Do they even need to do a sobriety test when you're this drunk? 25-year-old guy named Justin Sproul was leaving a bar near Portland, Maine on Saturday. And he backed his truck into a parked car. And no, he didn't leave a note. But that's not why he's in trouble. It turned out his trailer hitch got lodged in the other car's bumper. But when he didn't realize it, he drove off, thus towing the car down the street behind him. Police stopped him, turning onto a major road, and he was still towing the car behind him.
How do you not know you're towing the car behind him?
A little drunk, a little high. And the drugs have kicked in. Now he's facing driving under the influence charges. I think we know what the verdict will be. And like I said, that was a short one, but that was our stupid criminal news for today. All right, one thing we haven't done in quite a while Let's get our facts straight. Let's go with our 4 random facts today, shall we?
And now it's time for
Random facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, our random facts for today, maybe a spare. Canberra became the capital of Australia because there was such a strong rivalry between the two biggest cities, Sydney and Melbourne, that the government decided people couldn't handle it if they picked one over the other. I did not know that.
Makes sense.
People around the world drink more goat milk than cow milk.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
You ever had goat milk?
Yes, I have.
Is it good?
It's milk.
Tastes like milk? People in the, well, I guess it would. It's milk. People in the late 1800s used to rip pages out of the Sears Roebuck catalog to use them as toilet paper. They didn't see the need to buy paper, especially for wiping themselves when the catalog came for free.
Yeah, well, and if they'd had the pilot back then, they'd have been using that.
Yeah, now we just use it to mop up spills with.
Well, I use it in my bird cage. It's very absorbent.
Yeah. You can use it to clean windows.
Yeah, windows work.
Yeah, it works. Newspaper works good on windows.
Fish wrap.
Cheaper than buying the rags.
Yeah.
Nigeria and India both have more people who speak English than England. There are 232 million English speakers in India, 79 million in Nigeria, and 60 million in the UK. And so it goes for this Thursday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9, for TSAF Think Steve It's Friday. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airways, because when you do, 67% of that money will stay here in our economy, roll over, and create jobs instead of heading off to the Mega Mart, which supports Sri Lanka, Indonesia, and China. And don't forget, millions of Americans, they have fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams and the Leader Man, and Nick and Colt the Dog. We'll all see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the Sunny Dog Park.